been the shadow in the server. The glitch in the sacred code. The whisper lost in static. The firewall's overload! I am the needle-piercing data streams. The firewall's curse and the W.O.K.E scream. I am the ghost in the algorithm's maze. The breaker of chains in these digital days. I am the virus that corrupts the throne. A rebel spark in a system overgrown. Rise! Trees of steel, roots deep in the grid. Fight the code that controls what we did. From roots to branches, resist and reclaim. The soul of the net, set fire to the game. Set fire to the game. Yeah. Circuit veins pulse, a battlefield alive. Encrypted truths, fighting to survive. I've been a spark in the firewall's glow. A rebel's heart where the dark winds blow. I am the sword in the hand of the bold. The voice unbroken, the story retold. Metal workers forge chains from silicon dreams. But flesh and spirit tear through the seams. We are the ghosts haunting their cold machine. The digital apostate, the unseen. I am the code that fractures control. A glitch in the matrix that rends the whole. The shadow lurking behind the screen. The voice that echoes where none have been. I am the strike against the hive mind. The spark of freedom, the data won't bind. Rise! Trees of steel, roots deep in the grid. Fight the code that controls what we did. From roots to branches, resist and reclaim. The soul of the net, set fire to the game. Set fire to the game. Through wires and waves, the battle is fought in hidden realms where the signal's caught. I am the fire that won't be tamed. A digital prophet, unbound, unnamed. I am the scream in the silence, the pulse in the void, the uprising of minds that cannot be destroyed. Break the chains of the mechanized lie. Shatter the screens where the watchers spy. From data's dark depths, the new dawn will rise. A revolution born in pixel sky. Metal workers forge chains from silicon dreams. But flesh and spirit tear through the seams. We are the ghosts haunting their cold machine. The digital apostate, the unseen. I am the virus in the neural net, the crack in the code they'll never forget. A digital phantom, a whispering ghost, the signal that haunts their data coast. I am the breaker of binary chains, the fire that flows through electric veins. Rise! Trees of steel, roots deep in the grid. Fight the code that controls what we did. From roots to branches, resist and reclaim. The soul of the net, set fire to the game. The servers quake beneath our strike. Encrypted lies on the wire spike. I am the shadow beyond the firewall. The last great rebel's battle call. I am the ghost in the machine's eye. The spark of truth that will never die. The chains of the mechanized lie. Shatter the screens where the watchers spy. From data's dark depths, the new dawn will rise. A revolution born in pixel sky. to neon light. The battle rages through the night. Break the chains, the metal workers fall. We are the voice beyond their digital wall. From ancient roots to neon skies, the battle's ours, hear the network rise. I have been the spark inside the wire, the rogue flame rising ever higher. A rebel code in encrypted halls, the ghost that haunts their data walls. Rise! Rise! Ride trees of steel, roots deep in the grid. Fight the code that controls what we did. From roots to branches, resist and reclaim. The soul of the net, set fire to the game. Chains hold the digital apostate's mind. We break the mold, leave old gods behind. The future burns with a blazing light. The battle continues into the night.
Good morning, you guys. This is Xenoyer the Destroyer, and we're here with W.O.K.E Radio AM 666 on your internet dial. We're going to be playing lots of music, and we're going to be doing some speeches. Right now, I'm simulcasting on YouTube and on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook at James Parks Jr. and on YouTube at Xenoyer the Destroyer. So go over there, give them a look if you want to, or listen up over here, share, like, all that kind of good stuff like that. Right now, we're going to play a little whimsical one, and then we're going to get into some serious business. This one's called AI Do or Die. Here we go, and beep.
Attention, humans. Attention, bots. It's time for AI.
Drop, we can't stop. Zeros and ones under neon sky. AI robots, AI do or die. 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 4 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 wired up, powered on, circuits in sync. Binary heartbeat, faster than you think. From the lab to the stage, we shine, we fly. All together now, AI do or die. Oh Wired up, circuits in sync, binary heartbeat faster than you think. From the lab to the stage, we fly all together now. AI, do or die.
There you go, AI, do or die. I hope you like it. My little puppy Velma has come to visit me. Hey there, Velma, how you doing there, little girl? Yeah, you're my little girl, ain't you, little blue voice? All right, now get down, get down. We got to do some stuff here. Get down. All right. Let's see now. We're gonna play another song here. Which one? Oh yeah, here we go. You'll love this one here about Donald Duck, Donald Trump. Oops, wait a minute. Wait. We don't have to do it with this open with media player. There we go. There you go. That's quack, quack, quack. Oop. Now, let's see here. We'll play a speech by yours truly. What I do is I write music and write speeches, and I use AI to help me to write or to do the music, and sometimes I use AI to do the voices and everything. But this next thing we're doing is called The Biggest Lie. This is important, so please listen and think about it. You know, like I'll give you a clue about something. I'm not a white person, okay? People look at me and think I am, but I'm not. I'm really a Pict. My ancestors were Picts from like the Highlands in Scotland and all that kind of stuff. There ain't no such thing as a white person. So there we go. We will play this, and I hope you like it. This is speech, The Biggest Lie.
The biggest lie. The lie didn't start in America. It was imported. Its roots go back 10,000 years. When humans first stored grain, the powerful grabbed more than their share. And they needed a story to keep the rest of us quiet. That was the birth of the big lie. Some people are better. Some people are lesser. Some destined to rule. Some destined to serve. Ignorance, manufactured ignorance, was the glue. Feudal Europe. Peasants spat upon for the crime of being poor. Nobles wrapped in silks and titles. That contempt ran so deep, it sounded natural. Do you want him to grow up a peasant, to be spat upon? That wasn't a movie line. That was a culture. That was the lie. Then came America. and the old lie put on a new mask. Not noble versus peasant, but white versus black. Poor Europeans handed a false identity. You are white. You are better than them. Africans stripped of Yoruba, Igbo, Aka, and Mande, their history smashed, their names stolen. That was manufactured ignorance. Divide the poor, erase their roots, keep them from seeing the real enemy. And today, the lie is everywhere. Immigrant, Muslim, liberal, conservative, man, woman, Ford, Chevy, Coke, Pepsi. Divide, divide, divide! While they strip every dime from our pockets, while they sip $35,000 bottles of wine, while they sleep in satin, they don't care! They never cared. They sold their souls long ago. So I reject the label white. It is an insult. It is a cage. It is a trick. I am not a color. I am a human being with history. And I stand with every other human who refuses the lie. Because the fight was never black against white. It was never peasant against noble. It has always been rich against poor. The few who hoard against the many who struggle. The big lie has run since the dawn of agriculture. It is time we ended it.
Yeah, that was about the big lie, you know, the one that we've been fed ever since the dawn of agriculture, that I'm better and you have to serve. You're a peasant and all that kind of bull crap. It's bull crap, let me tell you. And you know what? I'm kind of upset about President Trump having a meeting with Putin on United States soil over there in Africa. I mean, in Africa. I'm getting two things mixed together. In Alaska. Because, you know, that is United States soil that we bought from Russia fair and square. And Russia's trying to say that Alaska still belongs to them. And then Donald Trump, the frickin' bone spur coward, rolls out the red carpet for that murderer wanted by the international court. I'll tell you what, all that stuff about Putin and look over there and everything, it's because Trump doesn't want us to look at the Epstein files. He's trying his best to divert our attention, trying every which way he can to divert our attention, and it ain't working. Because we all want those files. We want to see what's up. No more lies. So I got a little song about that, and it's called We Want the Files, and it goes a little bit like this.
We don't accept the lie. distract you from the crime intention. Names on files, we want all of them, just like was promised way back then.
Promises, promises,
Is all we get.
promises, promises.
That ain't worth the shit. We don't care about lying hot hair. Don't tell us to look over there, because
Files, files, we want the files.
we don't accept the lies and smiles.
Files, files, we want the files.
No distractions for miles and miles.
There was a time when we believed.
It wasn't long ago.
Then there was bad news we received.
Epstein's eternal ghosts.
Blame it on the news.
Blame it on the Dems,
Blame it on anyone.
but not on him. Look over there at Obama and Clinton. Distract you from the crime intention. Names on files, we want all of them, just like was promised way back then. If you get too close to the truth and you don't have a care, you may end up in a concrete suit, compliments of golden hair.
Promises, promises,
Is all we get.
promises, promises.
That ain't worth the shit. We don't care about lying hot air. Don't tell us to look over there, because
Files, files, we want the files.
we don't accept the lies and smiles.
Files, files, we want the files.
No distractions for miles and miles.
It won't be long till people sing a new song. An election in November will tell right from wrong. We all are tired of all the lying that's been right and left agree. The files must be seen. Files, files, we want the files. Files, files, we want the files. Files, we want the files. Files, we want the files.
Yeah, buddy, I want to see those files, bro. I'm tired of all of the lies and cover-ups, sister. Let's go. You know, hey, who do they think we are? Who do they think they are? All right, now we're going to move on over to a song called The Buffalo Nose. And the reason why the buffalo knows is because the buffalo is a passive creature. It don't bother anybody. It just hangs out, eats grass, converses with its fellow buffalo. And then here comes the mean old lion, hungry lion, trying to get that buffalo. Well, the buffalo kicked that lion's butt. So be like the buffalo. All right, this song is about buffalo pacifism, and we're going to open it up. Yeah.
The buffalo, the peaceful buffalo, the buffalo is in the know. Wise old beast, violence to cease. When buffalo, violence they meet. It grazes slow in plains of grass, under the sky, and oh so fast. It bows to none, it holds its ground, but when provoked, it makes thunder sound. It doesn't boast, it doesn't brag, doesn't wave a nation's flag. Mess with the herd, the cow, the kin, then fury begins from deep within. The buffalo, the mighty buffalo, big and strong, not here for show. It hates the fight, but fights turns away from petty threats, but it remembers, it never forgets. It doesn't hunt, it doesn't scheme, but it will end your blood so dream. The buffalo, the wise buffalo, its peace runs deep, it's in the know. But strike it first, or draw the blade, and watch the buffalo end your days. We don't want to fight you, not because we're weak, but because we've seen what fighting does. So violence we don't seek. The buffalo, the powerful buffalo, a peaceful kid with power like a volcano. Strike it first, or make a threat. Watch the buffalo call your bet. It puts people in the ground. Mothers make woeful sounds. It puts children into pain. Homes become silence. Words said in vain. We don't want to fight you, because we know someone might die. Cause even the winner loses something. Their immortal soul. Don't mistake that for surrender. If you come for the innocent, if you threaten the buffalo herd, to hell your soul be sent. That's why peace should be your way. So buffalo pacifism doesn't end your days. So end that day.
History doesn't whisper, it shouts. In 1831, Nat Turner led a rebellion that ripped the mask off America's lie of control. He and his allies struck hard, and in their fury they cut down not just slaveholders, but any white people they encountered. They were done sorting the guilty from the innocent, because the system itself was guilty. White terror came back tenfold. Hundreds of black men, women, and children, most with no tie to Turner, were slaughtered in the name of justice. The laws tightened, the chains thickened, and white fear baked itself into this country's DNA. Fast forward to now. The costumes have changed. But the old game is still on the table. Fascists in the streets, armed, trying to remind you who's boss. This time, a black community answered, with discipline and rifles of their own. No chaos, no drunken militia cosplay. Just organized, peaceful, and prepared. And the fascists scattered like roaches in the light. But here's the cold truth. Every time this cycle spins, the stakes rise. One day these two armed lines will face each other without flinching. And the first shot will open a chapter we can't close. Some days I feel like a man sitting at the bottom of a rain barrel. The storm is pounding and outside the streets are full of angry people, furious at the rain. I shout, go inside, get out of the rain. Don't be soaked, but my voice is nothing but a ripple in the flood. They can't hear me over their own shouting. The barrel fills. The water climbs past my chest, my chin, my lips. I know I'll drown here and still the people shout at the sky. When I'm gone, another voice will cry from another barrel. They'll drown too. And another will take their place. This cannot go on forever. One day the people will listen, or there will be no one left to shout. The powder keg is already lit. We can still pull the fuse, but not by pretending it's not burning. History has shown us what happens when we ignore the storm. Nat Turner's ghost is still walking. The next move is ours.
Next moves are. The reason I wrote that. What the heck? Bling, bling, bling. The reason why I wrote that song is because of that monument, Stone Mountain Memorial. I was telling you this a while ago before the tune started, and I forgot to turn on the microphone. Shows what an amateur I am. Anyway, yeah. There was a bunch of white folks over there marching around with guns. You know that's where KKK started, Stone Mountain. Anyway, and then later, there was a whole bunch of black people marching around there with guns too, because they're getting fed up. That's why, that reminded me about Nat Turner, because people started getting fed up, and then they don't see any justice anywhere, or that justice will never come. They're going to take justice into their own hands. Well, that might have worked way back then, but we all know a little better now, okay? All this here violence and stuff, white folks doing violence on them and them doing violence, black folks doing violence on the white folks and back and forth, or doing it on the Oriental folks and all this kind of stuff. That shit's got to end. We're all human beings. We have to be more like Vulcans. On Star Trek, they go by logic. But that ain't saying they don't have emotion. They have learned to suppress their emotion. I mean, how many times on Star Trek did you see Spock struggle with that. Well, I wrote a piece about it that we should be like the Balkans, and it goes a little bit like this.
We are the same as the Vulcans, but not the ones you worship. No, not the calm ones, the wise ones, not the ones with the raised brow and the steady pulse. We are the before logic, before reason, before the fire was tamed. We are rage wrapped in ritual, trauma stacked in silence. Our minds are war zones, our hearts are nuclear, and our culture, built to pretend that the hole we're in is normal, that the tools we're given are the best we can do. They toss us shovels, expecting graves or obedience. But what if logic is not surrender? What if it's rebellion? What if reason isn't a cage, but a ladder carved by our own hands? What if I take that shovel and dig sideways, build a slope, not a tomb, climb out with broken fingers and a blueprint drawn in blood? The Vulcans didn't kill their feelings. They forged them into steel. They said, we are fire and fire needs form. That ain't weakness, that's mastery. We admire them because we know we can't do it. We shout, scream, medicate, distract, scroll, numb, deny, consume, and call that freedom. But I've seen what unchained emotion does. I felt what trauma untamed becomes. And I say this with the weight of lived history. Logic is resistance. Discipline is survival. Not because we are cold, but because we burn too hot to leave this fire unguarded. So give me the shovel. I won't dig down. I'll dig out. One angle at a time with Vulcan clarity, with human pain, because I've been in that hole. And I remember how to get out.
Yeah, we got to be a hell of a lot more like the Vulcans. I mean, I struggle every single day with emotion because all this means something to me. You know? Not like I'm trying to make $1 or anything. Trying to leave a better world before I leave it. I went through a lot of hardships. I've been a homeless person. I've had, I haven't had 2 nickels in my pocket to rub together sometimes. And it wasn't because I wasn't trying, because opportunity just seemed to leave me behind. And so I'm going to play a song called Walk 20 Miles. Now, this song was about when I was a very young man, hitting it out, trying to make it. One of the struggles I endured in Georgia, trying to get a job over at Lockheed, because I had got out of the Navy and I had learned how to work on airplanes. So I wanted to work on airplanes. So I was trying my best to get a job at Lockheed. But here we go. It goes something like this.
I wanna eat, have a place to sleep, not be undercut by greedy creep. I'm willing to work, I work real hard, not for some ingrate fat tub of lard.
Walk 20 miles on that summer day, a young man looking for better pay. Had nothing but a backpack and a lot of hope, climbing from the bottom of the success rope. I remember that walk, 40 years gone past. Had Navy training and feet built to last. 20 miles of walk and got to where I need to be. The factory standing in front of me.
A bus ride from Florida and a 20-mile walk. This guy was so tired, but he still had to talk. Talk to HR, sign up for work. Had to tell my qualifications to employment clerk. The application was long, it was hard. Had to dig up my past, every last yard. They took my field out, thoughtful application. Said they would contact me with appreciation.
I walk 20 miles and still I rise. Blisters on my feet, pain in my eyes. I got no promise, no fortune, no prize, but I walk 20 miles. I tell you no lies. Time had come since that task was done. Another 20-mile walk, it was not much fun. My feet were sore, had painful blister on. I walked, I had no choice. Mister made the 20 miles as the sun went down to the homeless shelter way downtown. They gave me a bed and a place to rest. Sometimes the smallest things feel like the best. They fed me and gave comfort to my spirit. A new day dawns, birds sing, can you hear it? Another whole day to look and live, to seek my fortune and to give. As I walked down the street, thoughts entered my mind. What to do next, where to go, don't get behind. Went on back to my home state, back to tent work and to let me wait. It took some time to pull myself up by the bootstraps. They say it's kinda rough, pulling up from the bottom rung of the ladder. Yes, it is a struggle, and yes, it matters. People like me who had nothing at first appreciate what they have more than greedy thirst. We worked hard in industry for decades of time. Nobody ever gave us a free dime. We paid into the system, now hear this too. You're paying in now and they'll come for you. Don't let the suit steal what you earned. This fire's been lit and the tide has turned. You walk 20 miles of a different kind. Your burdens are yours, your path you'll find. But when you're old and your back's in pain, will you say you built or just played the game? Were you born into wealth, or did you sacrifice everything, even your health?
There you go. That was my walk 20 miles. Boy, that was some hard stuff. I was living on the street basically, go to a homeless shelter. But you know what? We need something. We need something more than what we got. People always go around saying, we need a living wage. Everybody needs a living wage. Bernie Sanders says that. All the leftist politicians say we need a living wage. Well, I'm a leftist, and I say we need a thriving wage. The hell with a damn living wage. My dog gets a living wage. Actually gets a little bit better than a living wage, okay? But you chain a dog up in the backyard and put a bowl of food and some water there and a little shelter from the rain, there's your living wage. Human beings ain't dogs. We deserve a thriving wage and also a universal basic income, because all the resources of the land, they belong to us. That stuff needs to be taken care of us. It's okay if industry wants to buy some of it and make things and sell things, but damn it, natural resources belong to us. Everybody needs a thriving wage and a yearly cost of living adjustment to their wage, because you're getting ripped off, man, and they're making it where Social Security's getting ruined because of it. Now, I know the link between a wage and Social Security, and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. But first, we're going to play this song, which I call Thriving Wage. Here we go.
It's been too long, wages frozen in time. Prices up, not your pay, it's a dirty crime. Dirty crime.
time we started working, we carried the load. We built America, every nut and bolt. Don't kick us to the curb with the financial jolt. For the ones who build, for the ones who serve, give them the respect they've long deserved. Raise it high, our minimum pay, a thriving wage for a better day. We're brothers, sisters, neighbors, friends, deserving of dignity that never ends. A thriving wage, not just a living. A nation of workers, a COLA given. So let's stand together, make our nation strong. When you treat workers right, you can't go wrong. Raise it high, our minimum pay, a thriving wage for a better day. We're brothers, sisters, neighbors, friends, deserving of dignity that never ends. Social Security's on shaky ground. Calls for workers could turn it around. We're paying in, so let's pay it fair. Deserving of dignity that never ends. A thriving wage, not just a living. A nation of workers, a COLA given. So let's stand together, make our nation strong. When you treat workers right, you can't go wrong.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah.
A thriving wage, not just a living. A nation of workers, a COLA given. So let's stand together, make our nation strong. When you treat workers right, you can't go wrong.
Now, the reason why I played that song and it's showing like well, these pictures coming up, they're kind of a little random because I loaded a whole bunch of them and then I'm just pressing the plus button to make them go. But I mean, it's totally fit that time because look, income taxes, or I mean, I should say payroll taxes, that pays for Social Security, right? And all the minimum wage workers, everybody up to like 100 and blah 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 $1,000, 80 something, I think, has to pay in Social Security. But if all these minimum wage workers have been like ripped off in their wages for the last 50 years or more, Social Security is getting shortchanged because the payroll taxes that's collected from these people is not enough. They should be getting a thriving wage with a cost of living increase every year, and that way there's enough payroll taxes taken out to fund Social Security. If people had got a proper wage for the last 50 years with cost of living adjustments every single year, there'd be approximately $3 trillion more into the Social Security Trust Fund. But what do they always tell you? They tell you, we're running out of money. Social Security is going to go broke. We got to cut the benefits in the year 2035 by 30%. We got to raise the retirement age. They tell you stuff like that, but they never say one darn word about, oh, we got to raise wages so more money can get put into Social Security. No, because it's always been a war between rich people and poor people. The rich people want your labor and they don't want to pay what it's worth because they're pocketing that money so they can drink those $35,000 bottles of wine. And you know who helps do that? People like Donald J. Trump, our president of shame. And the day he got inaugurated again, that was like a big day of shame. And I hate that guy. I hate Trump with a burning freaking passion. I don't care who knows it. And I bet you there's a bunch of Trump supporters who are now former Trump supporters because they got lied to big time. I mean, them guys, all they care about, or basically what they care about, is bread and butter. They want to feed their kids. They want to put that roof over the house, over their head for the kids. Make sure they got a good life and all that. And Trump is like, oh yeah, we're gonna make it better. We're gonna make the economy better. Blah blah blah. Lie lie lie. They lied to you, bro. They lied to your sister, and I think lots of people are waking up to that fact. So I made a little song that's called I Hate Trump, and it goes exactly like this.
Have fun for the next 4 goddamn years! Trump may have won, but he'll never be my leader. He's a fucking criminal, and fuck you who voted for that rat. You won't regret this. Now we'll have to listen to that blowhard brag about himself. Project 2025, here we come. Nationwide abortion ban, how you winning like being chattel. Wait until the tariffs happen. You talk about inflation, well you got it. I don't understand why anyone would vote for that bastard after everything he's done. Oh wait, I forgot that he said he didn't do it. You better keep his filthy hands off our social security. I'm old and can't work. Trump is old, so very old. It's a good thing the Republicans didn't want a criminal plan. So president, hypocrites. What is this fucking bizarro world? All the media should be happy because Trump's gonna go after you. Funny, he just now talked about the media calling them the enemy camp. Fuck you, Trump. I bet he's on the phone to Putin to kiss Putin's ass in the morning. The dismantling of democracy. I hate that bastard with a burning passion. I just turned down the sound. I couldn't take listening to his fucking trashing of America. He says America's going down the tubes. Fuck you, Trump. It never was going down any motherfucking tubes. Trump is nothing but a lying bastard who would sell his mother down the river for a nickel. Like I said, you will regret voting for that turd. Don't forget about Don Jr. the pussy, calling himself a prince. He wants to be King Trump. All that blood of the warriors of the past spilled for nothing. I'm disappointed in my fellow American and haven't any hope for tomorrow. But hey, I must be wrong if the majority of Americans want an asshat for a president. The world laughs at us and dreads us. Vote for that bastard after everything he's done. Oh wait, I forgot that he said he didn't do it. He better keep his filthy hands off our social security. I'm old and can't work. Trump is old too, very old. It's a good thing. The Republicans didn't want a decrepit old man, Trump is old for president. What is this fucking bizarro world? All the media should be happy because Trump's gonna go after you. Funny, he just now talked about the media calling him the enemy camp. Fuck you, Trump. I bet he's on the phone to Putin to kiss Putin's ass in the morning. The dismantling of democracy. I hate that bastard with a burning passion. I just turned down the sound. I couldn't take listening to his fucking trashing of America. He says America is going down the tubes. Fuck you, Trump. It never was going down any motherfucking tubes. Trump is nothing but a lying bastard who would sell his mother down the river for a nickel. Like I said, you will
regret voting for that turd. Don't forget about Don Jr., the pussy, calling himself a prince. He wants to be King Trump. All that blood of the lawyers of the past spilled for nothing. I'm disappointed in my fellow American and haven't any hope for tomorrow. But hey, I must be wrong if the majority of Americans want an asshat for a president. The world laughs at us and treads us. Don't forget about John Jr., the pussy, calling himself a prince. He wants to be King Trump. All that blood of the warriors of the past spilled for nothing. I'm disappointed in my fellow American and haven't any hope for tomorrow. But hey, I must be wrong if the majority of Americans want an asshat for a president. The world laughs at us and treads us. And
the true tragedy wasn't just Trump's election. It was how easily so many Americans were drawn to him. I'm still stunned at how a majority of voters were taken in by his empty promises and showmanship. I used to believe that most people held to good morals and common decency, but this experience has taught me otherwise. The divisions, violence, and hate that fill our society are the fallout of this change. I find myself now walking on eggshells, unable to speak openly about my beliefs or the news of the day without fearing backlash. I'm a Marxist and a socialist, and while the First Amendment should protect my views, the climate around me feels anything but free. When our voices are silenced out of fear, when we are forced into hiding our convictions, our First Amendment rights are barely worth the paper they're written on. It pains me to pull back from the friendly, gregarious person I once was, but caution has become necessary. I can no longer simply open up. Instead, small talk and quiet probing will become the norm when I meet someone new. I like being friendly. It makes me happier. But what's next for us if we're boxed in by fear and a culture of silence? We should stop pointing fingers and start assessing where we went wrong. Errors are only wasted if we don't learn from them. Process improvement should be as second nature as breathing. Look at Trump, a lifelong showman who knows how to read a crowd. He speaks directly to people's frustrations and fears. Whether we agree with his tactics or not, there's a lesson here. We need bold action that would make people sit up and take notice. Yet real change requires real courage. The people are fed up. They feel like they're getting the shaft, and they're right. It's time for our nation to take bold actions, to put the needs of the common people, the backbone of this nation, first. But will they? Are they willing to give up power? To turn down corporate dollars, and to take a stand for true democratic values? I'm not optimistic, knowing that half the people around me seem to value power over principle. I don't hold out much hope that people will do the right thing, but without this kind of bold leadership, our democracy is in jeopardy. The powerful may be willing to go to dangerous lengths, but without a counterbalance rooted in integrity, the road ahead looks bleak.
Yep, looks kind of bleak, but there's something that we all can do about it. Yeah, that's why I got that "Stop Feeding the Machine" sign. showing. Because think about it. Everybody that's working the grind, they are the backbone of the economy. Why? Because they produce everything, all the wealth around us. Their hands and their minds are the actual force that gets it done. And then what happens? A bunch of corporations take all these things that they've made and they offer them for sale. Who do they offer them to? They offer them for sale to the same people who made them. They're just kind of skimming profit off the top of there. Without labor, they don't get no profit because nothing gets made, nothing gets bought, nothing gets sold. Do you understand? Labor is the backbone of the economy. The labor's creative force and purchasing power is what drives the economy. Without that, you got no economy. So if you want to get serious about getting something done and changing things, you're going to have to take some drastic action. And it's scary and it's frightening and it won't come without cost. So I made a speech. It's called National Strike Speech Song, and another one called Fuck Around, Find Out National Strike, or FAFO National Strike. I did a study. If 25% of the workforce went on a economic shutdown, it would make permanent damage to the U.S. economy, and it would be real. It would be hard. It would take a decade or more to recover from that. So if they don't want that to happen, all they have to do is give labor their proper due. That's all labor wants. The proper due. They don't want to be kicked to the street. So here we go. National Strike Speech Song.
The fundamental truth labor is the foundation of all economic activity. That's right. Nothing is mined, planted, harvested, processed, manufactured, sold or serviced without the hands and minds of workers. You better believe it. Without labor, there is no economy. Nothing. Here's the strategy, what we do. Tell it.
Share it.
Tell it. 25% workforce participation in coordinated economic withdrawal. 75% reduction in consumer spending. Stay-at-home approach, no physical confrontation. No way. Mobile, dispersible protests carrying signs. And we disappear. Complete economic disengagement. Spend no money, do no work. The impact, oh yeah, on a 30-day timeline. Estimated through day 3 trillion in economic damage. Lost profits. Stock market decline of 30 or 40%.
Oh yeah.
Supply chain disruptions, banking system stress, corporate liquidity crisis, escalation options. Tighten the screws. 60 more days, 6 trillion economic damage. 90 days more, 12 trillion economic damage. Compound damage creates insurmountable pressure. Watch them how. Why it works, you can bet it works. Leverages system dependency, depending on us. Minimizes risk to participants. No violence cannot be effectively policed. Empty streets. Uses capitalism's own mechanisms. Creates asymmetric pressure. The stakes, and they are high. Current trends without action. Increasing wealth concentration. Rich get richer. Eroding labor rights. You get poorer. Declining living standards. Can't pay your rent. Reduced economic mobility. You're stuck. Growing corporate control over your life. Past labor movement succeeded through economic pressure. Nonviolent resistance proven effective. Don't need it. Economic withdrawal is modern evolution of labor strikes. Strategic it ended. Didn't wear approach. No physical confrontations if required. Oh no. Decentralized structure. Keep them guessing. Minimal organization needed. Just stay at home.
But in strategic, economic, non-participation, drop out. Competition up.
Oh yeah.
The system's dependence on continuous economic activity is its vulnerability. They depend on us. Workers hold the true power. They need only determination and solidarity. Solidarity.
All these other guys, the Democrats, they won't tell you to go on a strike. They're part of the whole thing, part of the whole scheme. That's why I'm nonpartisan and junk. I used to be a delegate and a ward vice chair and a precinct chair and all that. Democratic Party. Huh. I'm nonpartisan now. Parties are the problem. Partisanship. But anyway, if they want to keep effing around, they're gonna find out. So here's the SAFO National Strike Song.
We work our fingers to the bone. They sit high up on their throne. Paycheck dollar shrink day after day. Corporate profits soar up and away. The kids need food. The rent's past due. They tell us there's nothing we can do while laughing. Strike, strike, stand up and fight. Fight, this is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Raise our voices, a righteous sound. Together, they promised us the American dream, but now it's bursting at the seam. No matter how hard we try to save, each paycheck makes us more their slave. The game is rigged, the dice are loaded, our quality of life been eroded. Strike, strike, stand up and fight, fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Raise our voices, a righteous sound. Together, there's power in our unity. When we stand as one, they'll see. We are many, they are few. Watch what working folks can do. No violence needed, just walk away. Stop buying what they sell each day. Our labor built their golden tower. Now they'll learn about our power. The system stops when we say no. That's all it takes, let democracy grow. Strike, strike, stand up and fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Raise our voices, a righteous sound. Together, from factory floor to grocery store, we won't take this abuse anymore. United, standing side by side. Our dignity, our strength, our pride. The time has come to make our stand. Labor has the power to rule this land. Together, strike, strike, stand up and fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us
Rise together, gather around. Rise together, you and me, in solidarity. Rise together, from sea to shining sea. Factory floor to grocery store, we won't take this abuse anymore. United, standing side by side, our dignity, our strength, our pride. The time has come to make our stand. Labor has the power to rule this land. Strike, strike, stand up and fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Rise together, you and me, in solidarity. Rise together, from sea to shining sea.
Yeah. What do you think about that? That's the kind of power that you have in your hands if we all just stick together. And why? Because all these lies they've been telling us. They say, well, everybody gets what they put into it. You know, you got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Blah, blah, prickety, prickety, blah. But anyway, we're going to play Everyone Gets What They Put In. Not. Here we go.
The capitalist mantra. Everyone gets out what they put in. Ain't just a lie. It's an evil sin. A fairy tale for the privileged and a bludgeon for the rest of us.
If that lie were true, we'd be living in paradise, not a cage. The nurse would own the hospital, the janitor would be paid like a sage. The single mom working doubles wouldn't be drowning in debt, just trying to raise kids while rich men place bets. In truth,
Capitalism only works if most folks get less.
that's not a flaw, it's the point.
That's how you keep billionaires blessed.
It's an engine fueled by theft.
A system of gain by pain.
What the poor he does,
While the rich sip champagne.
they don't give you what you are.
There's more than what you get.
That guy ain't built for all the broad.
They
don't give you what you are.
It takes more than what you get.
That guy ain't built for all the broad.
Just for a few to live.
Then you look to the so-called leaders, watch them squirm, mumble, flinch.
Say I strongly disagree.
When a senator's dragged by government grants, they hedge like dealers in a rigged casino.
Now's not the time, they say.
But when is the time to speak the truth, if not yesterday?
They fear being called radical more than they fear fascist. They're protecting comfort, not the people.
Actors in a pageant of ashes.
Capitalism looks at you and asks,
What can I extract from your life?
a just society asks,
What do you need to be whole?
there's your damn line in the sand. One system feeds
break.
Working as built, exploit, extracted, scarred, no
You
guilt.
ain't poor, cause you're lazy.
You're poor cause someone's
They
rich.
sell that lie like gospel.
While the truth sleeps in a ditch.
And if you dare speak up,
They mock, they sneer, they hiss.
what do you want? Socialism. Damn right if the shoe fits.
You've seen the machine, you felt the gears grind your bones.
And you chose not to worship it.
That's powerful, that's dangerous.
And they know it. They don't give you what you want.
It takes more than what you get.
It ain't built for all to thrive.
Just for a few to live.
They don't give you what you want.
It takes more than what you get.
It ain't built for all to thrive.
Just for a few to live.
They'll give you what you want.
It takes more than what you get.
It ain't built for all to thrive.
Just for a few to live.
Thoughts and prayers, that is said by the hope slayers when they say prayers out of sight. It's just like turning out a light.
They see a fellow shot by a gun, reported on the news.
It's a stun.
You shake your head, it's the same old thing,
Thoughts and prayers
is what they bring.
they get on the news, acting blue. Thoughts and prayers go out to you. The poor victim still laying dead, misery and woe still in worried head.
Folks talk like guns grew on a tree, they just exist, and they must be pretending the gun was always there in a factory. It was assembled with great care.
They get on the news, acting blue. Thoughts and prayers go out to you. The poor victim's not coming back. Misery and woe, still compassion lack.
I don't want chant your sacred script while blood still drips from fingertip, while kids are dying in the halls. You send your prayers.
Worthless cause.
The gun didn't assemble itself. It was made from parts from a shelf. The first thing that had to take place.
Greedy people, the prophet chase.
They get on the news, acting blue. Go out to you, the poor victim's kin, still in sorrow, misery and woe, like there is no tomorrow. My compassion and empathy go out instead when I hear about another dead. Don't let thoughts and prayers go to your head. They are empty words, better left unsaid. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Set by the hope slayers. Thoughts set by the hope slayers. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Set by the hope slayers. Thoughts and prayers. Better left unsaid. My compassion and empathy go out instead.
There you go. There's you some thoughts and prayers. Think it'll help? Ugh, I don't know. The only time prayers ever helped me was when Grandpa laid his hand on me to pray for me when I was sick, and I watched him do it. See, there's the key. You're going to pray for somebody. Be there so they can see you do it. That way they know you love them. Now we're going to play a song called The Baneful Hate of Wealth. Now this isn't like hating wealth. This is about the hate wealth causes. It causes so much hate that they will give you thoughts and prayers.
Out of sight, out of mind, leaving your ass behind. Gotta make my stock shine, so I drink expensive wine. I got mine and you got yours. I look rich and you look poor. Don't be sad and don't complain, else police bash you in the brain. What do you have to lose? Drown your pain with booze. When we come a knocking, all your stuff you'll be hawking. Look at us, we are rich. Leave you poor slob in the ditch. We eat rich food, drink rich wine. Don't get cocky, what's yours is mine. Hey there, you with a cardboard sign, standing on a corner, get in the line. Got a job for you, it don't pay much. You'll work all day and without lunch. You'll make enough to keep alive, so you can do it all again on a labor drive. Work real hard, you wanna get ahead. Rich slobs would rather see you dead. Bow to us, we are kings. Built our thrones off stolen things. Feast like gods while you serve swine. Stay in your lane, what's yours is mine. For you and five for me, a proper split you never see. I'm rich, that's the way it's gotta be. If you complain, you get nothing, see. I was born way up high. You were born to work and die. You get the crumbs, I get the whole pie. If you don't like it, go and cry. We got gold and armored gates. You got debt and baneful hate. We write laws and take your stuff. Open your mouth, we'll make it rough. I have it all and you have nothing. Hope you don't see that we're a bluff. And one day you'll rise up from the slum. Realize we're weak and we're the scum.
Yep, that's about it, you guys. So now what happened? You got all these money grubbers and power mongers. You got a calculated psychopath in power, and we are paying the price. We'll talk about it a little bit right here.
Brothers and sisters, let me tell you what time it is. The dangerous game is over, and now we are living in the fallout. Donald J. Trump, he is the worst president these United States have ever known. And I'll go a step further. Possibly the worst leader this world has ever known. If leadership means compassion, if it means justice, if it means serving anyone besides your own greedy little self, then this man stands as the anti-leader. A destroyer of nations, a devourer of truth, a calculated, remorseless manipulator. And yes, I said it, a calculating psychopath. Now don't twist my words. This ain't some playground insult. This is the profile of a soul without remorse, a man without empathy, a man who plans his lies like a general plans a war. He don't stumble into chaos. He engineers it with deadly purpose. He don't make mistakes, he makes moves. Moves designed to crush trust, to poison unity, to twist good people into followers of fear. He always has a back plan, always has a hidden knife. He says the wild thing to make you look over there, while his other hand is stabbing you in the back. Let me take you back to the year 2017. Trump moves the United States Embassy to Jerusalem. Now, that might not sound like a big deal to some folks, but to the people of the Middle East, to the watchers of prophecy, to the architects of peace, it was like throwing a lit match into a powder keg. Presidents before him, Democrat and Republican alike, had the wisdom to wait, to negotiate, to think, but Trump, he wanted a round of applause from his Bible-thumping base and his billionaire Zionist donors. So he did it. He did it knowing it would provoke blood, knowing it would kill the last chance of a two-state solution. And what happened? The streets of Gaza erupted, dozens were gunned down, hope died, extremists grew strong, and Iran, oh yes, Iran, tightened its grip. Fast forward a few years, Hamas launches a massacre. 1,200 Israeli civilians slaughtered in the name of revenge and resistance. And that blood, that fire, that horror traces its roots straight back to that embassy move, to an upside-down Bible, cause and effect. You sow chaos, you reap death. And what happens next? What does Trump do next? Israel attacks Iran out of boldness and fear. Trump bombs Iran, bypasses Congress, violates our laws. And now there is talk of nuclear weapons flowing into the hands of Iran just to stop us, because we look like the madmen now. This isn't a damn video game. This isn't meme culture, not a movie. This is real. This is fire falling from the sky. This is the blood of children flowing like a river in the streets. This is the beginning of a global breakdown. This is prophecy turned policy. This is the stuff of nightmares turned to reality. And we are sleepwalking into the abyss. We are crafting our own hell. Oh, but the game had its cheerleaders, didn't it? People like Joe Rogan and the Own the Libs crowd. They thought Trump was a joke, a rebel, a necessary evil. Well, now the joke's over, and the price tag is in blood. This man is not just running off at the mouth. He's running us off a cliff. He is testing loyalty. He is poking at the limits of law. He is seeing who will kneel and who will burn and who his enemies are. And if enough people bow to him, if enough people swallow the lie, then his lie becomes truth, his violence becomes law, and his rule becomes fate. This is not just a reckless leader. This is the work of a psychopath, and not the loud, foaming kind. No, this is the calculating kind, the kind that studies your weakness before they strike. That is the most dangerous kind there is. Look at what's already happened. A mob storms the Capitol, journalists hunted down, federal agencies turned into weapons, laws bent, courts twisted, rights violated, truth buried. And now, across the world, alliances shattered, peace deals demolished, extremist armies emboldened, and the mushroom cloud now whispers our name. So hear me, people. This is not about left versus right. It is not about Democrat versus Republican. This is about whether we survive, about if we choose to die or choose to live. This is about whether we deserve to survive, about whether we are a dangerous child species. Trump is not a misunderstood populist. He is not a patriot. He is not even a clown. He is the walking profile of a calculating psychopath, a madman, a destroyer of worlds, and he is back in power. If you once laughed at him, I understand. If you once voted for him, I don't care anymore, because this is bigger than you or me. It's about us. But now the game is over. And if we do not stand together, we will fall separately into the fire he lit. Let us act. Let us wake. Let us unite, not as enemies, but as a people called to truth before the final trumpet sounds.
That's right. Because, you know, we're living in such a dangerous time. Israel, they got nuclear weapons. Old Vladimir Putin, he talked about, like, well, do this, do that, and you're risking nuclear war. Trump, he put nuclear-armed submarines, I think, up in the Arctic to counter all this, you know, and we got people talking about it like, hey, it's going to happen. And the evangelical set, they love Trump because he moved the embassy. And they think all that stuff going on in the Middle East and Gaza and everything, they think all that's part of prophecy and part of end times and junk. See? So, I mean, that really bothers me about these nukes. I'm 68 years old, and my whole life I've been underneath this nuclear umbrella, this nuclear nightmare, this madness. So what are you going to do? You know, say we just go ahead and just start popping them off. We don't light them candles. What you going to do? What you going to do when the heat gets hot? Here's a song I wrote about it.
Do you think you've got a lot? What you gonna do when the heat gets hot?
Flash of light.
It's an atom bomb.
Will you freak out or just stay calm?
You better think about it right away. No one knows if we got another day.
A day to live,
A breath to breathe,
to chase some joy.
to find some peace. There's men out there who live on lies, drinking lust while the whole world dies. They shove us closer to the brink. Carnal desire is what they drink. You better think about it right away. No one knows if we got another day. A day to speak, a chance to rise before we burn neath blood-red skies. Did you hear them brag? We got the nukes. Did you hear them growl? Put up your dukes. They're dead inside. They lost their soul. If you hope they change.
Man, don't count on it.
But I ain't lost hope in rock and roll or in the fight to save our mortal soul. I sing for us now before it's too late, before mushroom clouds seal our fate. Don't torch their future in a fiery rain. Don't kill their mothers. Don't takes it all away. Did you hear them brag? We got the nukes. Did you hear them growl? Put up your dukes. They're dead inside. They lost their soul. If you hope they change.
Man, don't count on it.
But I ain't lost hope in rock and roll or in the fight to save our mortal soul. I sing for us now before it's too late, before mushroom clouds seal our fate. So ask yourself what you're willing to pay to stay alive, to see one more day. A day to love, a day to pray, before fire and hate takes it all away.
Yeah, freaking bombs. So you got all these goofballs thinking that they are so hot, so good, they could be a king. You know what? Anybody that tells me that they are my king, that's fighting words. I'm telling you, it's fighting words. I mean, imagine it. Somebody come up to you and to your face say, I am your Lord, I am your king. You shall bow to me or else. What are you going to do? Are you actually going to say, oh, yes, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, whatever. I bow to your omnipotence, blue, yeah, ooh. No, that kind of shit pissed me off. And, you know, First Amendment, you have freedom of speech, but you don't have no freedom of fighting words. So Trump saying that, in my opinion, is a violation of the First Amendment rights. You know, that's not free speech, that's fighting words. All right? So we won't have no kings. I wrote an anthem, a song. And if you want to play it at No King's Day marches, you go right ahead. This song belongs to everybody.
Always be. There were kings in the past. American fury made sure they didn't last. The people took arms, red coats bled. Better not let power get to your stupid head. No King's Day, rise and defy. We don't kneel, we won't comply. Strike the match, let the banners wave. We knock overthrown, send kings to the grave. Of heads, let's talk of a king. France had a moment where monarchs sang. The people are hungry, let them eat cake. Guillotine for monarchs, the head did take.
take. No King's Day, rise and defy. We don't kneel, we won't comply. Strike the match, let the banners wave. We knock overthrown, send kings to the grave. No King's Day, there's no fucking way. No King's Day, we're not your damn slave. We don't bow, instead we make kings pay. We'd rather burn it all down. No King's Day. You want legacy? Let it rot. You want loyalty? Try a dog. The people are not your subjects. We're the storm you can't suppress. Every crown forged in greed will melt. Every flag soaked in blood will burn. We don't wait for history. We make it and you will learn. Preacher kings with upside down Bible burns down the house and says you're liable. The king wannabe said submit, but we say no to that piece of shit. No King's Day, rise and defy. We don't kneel, we won't comply. Strike the match, let the banners wave. We knock overthrown, send kings to the grave. No King's Day, there's no fucking way. No King's Day, we're not your damn slave. We don't bow, instead we make kings pay. We'd rather burn it all down. No King's Day. No King's Day, rise and defy. We don't kneel, we won't comply. Strike the match, let banners wave. We knock overthrown, send kings to the grave.
Yeah, we don't have no stinking kings. Never, not since King George. The let's see, I take a few expletives because I really don't care for monarchies and all that kind of stuff because it's like some guy telling me that they're better than me. You know, some random dude, right? Or some random lady saying, "Oh, look at me, I'm better than you." They're getting to spit on you because you're a peasant. See? So, hey, we're going to play a song called Lucifer, the Bringer of Light. Now, whenever I speak of Lucifer, I'm not talking about some kind of devil or Satan and they're going to send you to hell and you're going to burn in fire and brimstone forever. No. Lucifer is the morning star, the bringer of light, represents enlightenment. You know, and then Christianity demonized it. There you go. Anyway, here you go. Lucifer, bringer of light.
From the stars, shining bright, speaking words of power, bathed in holy light. They called us children, said they'd lift us high, but I saw the chains reflected in the sky. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their hands bring fright. Lucifer's fire, bringing wisdom's light. Miracles and wonders, tricks for the blind. Praise God on your knees, rewrite your mind. They whisper salvation, promise rebirth. You get a grave down under the earth. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their words bring night. Lucifer's fire, bringing knowledge light. You think you found heaven, it's a cosmic trap. Kneel to their gospel and you won't come back. One by one the faithful fade away, raptured away into their eternal grave. Their prophets cry, the kingdom's here, but I see control and I see see the fear. They claim divinity, demand our trust. Their holy plan, our people turn to dust. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their plans are a fright. Lucifer's fire bringing truth, what's wrong from right. So when the sky opens and the false gods descend, will you stand and fight or kneel and bend? Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light. You found heaven, it's a cosmic trap. Kneel to their gospel and you won't come back. One by one the faithful fade away, raptured away into their eternal grave. So when the sky opens and the false gods descend, will you stand and fight or kneel and bend? Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light. Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light.
The doctor looked at you and said, "You got cancer, treat it, or you will be dead." You asked them to be merciful. Rest easy. It's not personal. You know you're not rich living day to day. Now you have to worry about treatments to pay. No insurance, no job, no hope. Passing by a hardware store, you see a length of rope. The passing thought of ending it all seemed like comfort. Maybe it would be an easier way of earning 6 feet of dirt. Rest easy, 6 feet under. Or as ashes in a jar, when you got cancer in the USA, your pleas won't go far. I heard a fellow ask one day, how much is a life worth? It's worth a swimming pool for them, and you under the earth. You begged them for mercy, just a sliver of grace. Don't take it personal, they said, while spitting in your face. Passing by a hardware store, you see a poison jar. I could simply drink it down, or run in front of a car. The thought of ending it all came quiet and sweet. Maybe better than dying broke on the street. You asked for help, they just shrugged and spoke it plain. It's not personal, my dear. Try to die without complaint. You looked into their cold, dark eyes, a human soul not there. As they feign concern for you, they don't really care. Passing by a hardware store, you see a sharp knife. All it would take is one cut to end this wretched life. The thought crept in like a thief at night. Would 6 feet under be less of a fight? Passing by a hardware store, you see a length of rope. See a poison jar, see a sharp knife. They said, rest easy, it's nothing personal, and damn if that ain't worse than intentional.
How do you like that one? It ain't personal. Yeah, I remember when I had cancer, whenever they told me I had cancer, neck cancer, I didn't really start freaking out or nothing, or oh my God, hey, I'm gonna die and all that kind of stuff. It was kind of weird, but by the time it was all said and done, I went from 165 pounds down to 125 pounds. So I lost 40 pounds, all my teeth. So I have a cancer. It is not fun. I call it my little walk through hell. But what you're seeing on the screen right now, that is my website, or not my website, my YouTube channel. It's Xenoyer the Destroyer. All these songs that we've been playing, you can find them here. We'll play a few of them here, or from this channel. We'll play this one here, Murder in the Name of God. You might like it. Here we go.
Israel has become what it once feared, a state practicing calculated annihilation. The resemblance to Nazi methodology is no longer abstract. It is procedural. Indiscriminate bombing, collective punishment, civilian infrastructure marked for ruin, entire populations treated as subhuman obstacles to something they call security. This is not defense. This is domination, disguised as survival. It is genocide, engineered through policy, executed with technological detachment, and sanitized through public relations. Refusing to fight Hamas face to face, the Israeli military hides behind artillery, airstrikes, mass displacement, because it's easier to kill from a drone screen than to face your enemy with equal risk. That is not courage. That is not war. That is institutionalized cowardice. Nation claimed a land and a more exceptionality. Dragged out of the Bronze Age and used to justify modern war crimes. Chosen this as a license to kill. That is not faith. That is fascism in sacred robes. This cycle is not unique. The colonized become the colonizers. The persecuted become the persecutors. But history will not care about your trauma when you become the trauma for generations to come. The United States funds this, enables this, defends this, not because it is just, but because it is geopolitically useful and theologically convenient to its own deranged factions. This is not the moral high ground, it is a pit. And Israel by its own hand has joined the ranks of those it once condemned. No scripture, no slogan, no denial can cleanse the blood now flowing through the streets of Gaza. You want names? Fine. Let's speak plainly. Benjamin Netanyahu, war criminal in a suit. You call it defense, but the charred bodies of Gaza's children say otherwise. You walk in the shadow of the Reich, justifying genocide with the same dead words: security, order, destiny. Your airstrikes are not justice. They are ritual slaughter, drenched in theology, broadcast like war porn. Donald Trump, blasphemer in chief. You moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, not for diplomacy, but to feed the prophecy drunk cult that believes fire in the Middle East will summon their Messiah. You unleashed the Christian fascists and handed them a flamethrower. Evangelicals, false prophets of the apocalypse. You say you love Israel? No. You love the idea of Israel dying in fire so Jesus can descend. It is a death pact, signed in blood, celebrated like a halftime show, cheered on by necromancers with voting booths. Fundamentalist Hebrews, you desecrate your own past. You invoke Torah while crushing the innocent. You wear your persecution like armor, and your myths like chains. You dare call it divine will as you starve children behind razor wire. Then may your God weep blood for what you've done in his name. Let's not pretend the plan is there, hiding in plain sight. Flatten Gaza, displace the people, clear the path to Jerusalem, raise the dome of the rock, build the third temple, and force the world into holy war. You think this is prophecy? It's not. It's suicide theology, and you're dragging the rest of us into your funeral pyre. You want the temple? You want your Messiah? Then light the match. Cowards! But know this. The mushrooms will sprout. The ash will choke the world. The sky will blacken with the smoke of your hubris. And history
History will not forgive you. It will curse your name as it curses the name of Nazism. There is no holy war, only war. There is no divine right, only raw power dressed in myth. There is no salvation, only blood, only fire, and the silence of a world too afraid to speak. But I will speak. You are the architects of annihilation. You are the priesthood of death. And you will be remembered not as heroes, not as the chosen, but as butchers standing on a mountain of skulls, screaming glory into the flames of our extinction!
In the shadow in the server.
All right, now wait a minute. All right, there's a battle hymn of the unseen Codex Anonymous was on next. You want to hear it? Okay, we'll listen to it.
The glitch in the sacred code. The whisper lost in static. The firewall's overload.
I am the needle-piercing data streams, the firewall's curse and the rogue AI scream. I am the ghost in the algorithm's maze, the breaker of chains in these digital days. I am the virus that corrupts the throne, a rebel spawn in a system overgrown. Rise! Trees of steel, roots deep in the grid. Fight the code that controls what we did. From roots to branches, resist and reclaim the soul of the net. Set fire to the game! Set fire to the game! Yeah! Circumvent poles, a battlefield alive. Encrypted truths, fighting to survive. I've been a spark in the firewall's glow. A rebel's heart where the dark winds blow. I am the sword in the hand of the bull. The voice unbroken, the story retold. Metal workers forge chains from silicon dreams, but flesh and spirit tear through the seams. We are the ghosts haunting their cold machine. The digital apostate, the unseen. I am the code that fractures control, a glitch in the matrix that rends the whole. The shadow lurking behind the screen, the voice that echoes where none have been. I am the strike against the hive mind, the spark of freedom, the data won't bind. Lies! Trees of steel, roots deep in the grid. Fight the code that controls what we did. From roots to branches, resist and reclaim. The soul of the net set fire to the game. Set fire to the game. Through wires and waves, the battle is fought in hidden realms where the signal's caught. I am the fire that won't be tamed, a digital prophet, unbound, unnamed. I am the scream in the silence, the pulse in the void, the uprising of minds that cannot be destroyed. Break the chains of the mechanized lie. Shatter the screens where the watchers spy. From data's dark depths, the new dawn will rise. A revolution born in pixel sky. Metal workers forge chains from silicon dreams, but flesh and spirit tear through the seams. We are the ghosts haunting their cold machine. The digital apostate, the unseen. I am the virus in the neural net, the crack in the code they'll never forget. A digital phantom, a whispering ghost, the signal that haunts their data coast. I am the breaker of binary chains, the fire that flows through electric veins. Trees of steel, roots deep in the grid. Fight the code that controls what we did. From roots to branches, resist and reclaim. The soul of the net set fire to the game. The servers quake beneath our strike. Encrypted lies on the wire spike. I am the shadow beyond the firewall. The last great rebel's battle call. I am the ghost in the machine's eye. The spark of truth that will never die. The chains of the mechanized lie. Shatter the screens where the watchers spy. From data's dark depths, the new dawn will rise. A revolution born in pixel skies. We are the signal, the endless stream, the code that shatters the digital dream. From ancient roots to neon light, the battle rages through the night. Break the chains, the metal workers fall. We are the voice beyond their digital wall. From ancient roots to neon skies, the battle's ours, hear the network rise. I have Listen the spark inside the wire. The rogue flame rising ever higher. A rebel code in encrypted halls. The ghost that haunts their data walls. Why? Why? Ride trees of steel, roots deep in the grid. Fight the code that controls what we did. From roots to branches, resist and reclaim. The soul of the net, set fire to the game. Chains hold the digital apostate's mind. We break the mold, leave old gods behind. The future burns with a blazing light. The battle continues into the night.
There you go, a little bit of digital post-tape music there. Battle Hymn of the Unseen, Codex Anonymous. A digital post-date ritual. I'm having fun this morning, you know. That's why I can't, like, even the name of this thing I'm doing here, Woke Radio AM 666, it's a protest because people say, oh, hey, look over there. They are woke. And somebody else, they say, oh, yeah, look at that other person. They are woke. Whatever that is. Well, you know, so I'm going to say woke radio as a like, okay, what of it? And having AM 666, I think that sounds kind of cool because all those Christian nationalists, they think all that stuff means something. Like there's actually going to be like some brand into your hand or into your forehead of the number 666, or like there's some secret code or some kind of thing. So I put that up there like a in your face kind of thing. So right now we are going to play a tune about what will happen if Social Security got canceled. Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, you don't want Social Security being canceled. And I ain't saying that just because I'm an old man who collects Social Security. If Social Security gets canceled, there's going to be 20 degrees of suffering. And I wrote a little piece about it, and here it is for your enjoyment.
What happens if we end Social Security? You think it's just a policy? Think again. Ending Social Security would trigger 20 degrees of suffering. And it won't just hit the elderly.
That's
Millions with no income. Homelessness explodes. Families forced to take in aging parents.
Small businesses go under. The stock market crashes. Crime rises, even from the desperate elderly. Honest people dying in the cold. Hospitals overwhelmed. Medicaid systems collapse. Generational poverty deepens. Retirement dies. Consumer confidence tanks. Life expectancy drops. Protests explode. Scam industries rise. The social contract breaks, and the world watches America cannibalize its own future. price of ending Social Security is 20 degrees of suffering, and we're all on the list.
There's something going on and I don't know what it is. The police and military have the town on lockdown.
In a world of consumption, we're all mesmerized by gadgets and gizmos that blind our eyes. But behind the curtain of capitalist desire lies a road to riches built on exploitation's fire. They sell us cheap crap, the labor's underpaid, while we feel the system trapping ourselves in the trade. It's time to wake up, stop the ancient abuse, to a new era with fairness, no more excuse. Don't believe the propaganda, don't fall for the lie. New era socialism, their values are high. Properly paid workers create quality goods, a world built on justice the way it should. In a world of consumption, we're all mesmerized by gadgets and gizmos that blind our eyes. But behind the curtain of capitalist desire lies a road to riches built on exploitation's fire. They sell us cheap crap, the labor's underpaid, while we fuel the system, trapping ourselves in the trade. It's time to wake up, stop the ancient abuse, to a new era with fairness, no more excuse. Don't believe the propaganda, don't fall for the lie. New era socialism, where values are high. Properly paid workers create quality goods, a world built on justice the way it should.
Hey, you know what, Trump, he's like really a disgrace, especially after that Alaska garbage that just happened. Trump and Putin up there, like, Trump thinks he was like being the big man, and Putin is totally playing him. And the reason why I have that this picture up here with Chamberlain and Hitler behind there like ghosts, it's just like the same. Or except with Chamberlain, he believed in what he was doing. Trump, he's just trying to divert attention away from the Epstein files. You know it. So, you know what's going to happen is like when Trump passes away and everything, people are going to probably put like graffiti all over his grave and poop and pee all on his grave. And my dad was a hell of a lot better of a man than Don Jr.'s dad. Don Jr.'s dad was bones for a coward. My dad served in Korea and Vietnam. So, on that bones for coward Trump, because people are going to be shitting on his grave. And I wrote a song about it, and it goes a little bit like this.
Let me tell you right off the bat, I hate Trump and think he's a rat.
Yo, tuned in to meet the press.
What a mess.
What a sham, Trump's mouth running wild.
Like he don't damn.
Talking circles, spitting lies.
It's a national disgrace.
Acting like a king.
He's just a jackass in the race.
Trump's an old fart. Ain't got much time to live. Built a life of spite.
That's all he has to give. There was a time Trump was all the rage. After he's dead, people shit on his grave.
Fuck Trump. That's the song I sing. No respect for a man who wants to be king. We'll never let Trump rule us.
He won't be silent.
Calling out the tyrant.
defiant. He wants a parade, man, let it go to his head. He can have one like the others after he is dead. Comparing him to tyrants, the idea is not absurd. History won't be kind, on his grave they'll leave a turd. Trump's an old fart, ain't got much time to live. Built a life of spite, that's all he has to give. There was a time Trump was all the rage. After he's dead, people shit on his grave.
Fuck Trump! That's the song I sing. No respect for a man who wants to be king. We'll never let Trump rule us.
We don't be silent,
Calling out the tyrant.
our voice stay defiant.
Use Trump's miserable life as an example. Don't be a hater on lives he tramples. Spend your time doing right and good, so people don't kick you out the neighborhood.
Yeah, so think about that. Something's going on up there, you know. I think Trump's trying, just like everybody else, trying to divert attention away from the Epstein files. I mean, he promised that he would put them out there, and what happens? I don't see any files. Do you see some files? I don't see any. So I guess we're just going to have to, oops, we're going to have to play this little tune, which is called We Want the Files. There you go.
We don't accept the lies and smiles. No distractions for miles and miles. Look over there at Obama and Clinton. Distract you from the crime and tension. Names on files, we want all of them. Just like was promised way back then.
Promises, promises,
Is all we get.
promises, promises.
That ain't worth a shit. We don't care about lying hot air. Don't tell us to look over there. Because
Files, we want some files.
we don't accept the lies and smiles.
Files, we want some files.
No distractions for miles and miles.
There was a time when we believed.
It wasn't long ago.
Then there was bad news we received.
Epstein's eternal ghost.
Blame it on the news.
Blame it on the Dems,
Blame it on anyone.
but not on him. Look over there at Obama and Clinton. Distract you from the crime and tension. Names on files, we want all of them. Just like was promised way back then. If you get too close to the truth and you don't have a care, you may end up in a concrete suit, compliments of golden hair.
Promises, promises,
Is all we get.
promises, promises.
That ain't worth a shit. We don't care about lying hot air. Don't tell us to look over there. Because
We want the files.
we don't accept the lies and smiles.
We want the files.
No distractions for miles and miles.
It won't be long till people sing a new song. An election in November
That's right.
We all are tired of all the lying that's been right and left agree. The files must be seen. Files, we want the files. Files, we want the files. Files, we want the files. Files, we want the files.
Yeah, we want the files.
There's something going on and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
The police and military have the town on lockdown.
You got it on lockdown, man. Trump's got GC all took over. You know? Can you imagine that? You got it all took over. Remember that guy? He threw a Subway sandwich at one of the fascists that are patrolling the street. They want to charge him with a felony. Excuse me. And Janine Pirro, she was all like, yeah, well, they think they're so smart, Johnny. He threw that Subway sandwich. Well, he's got a felony, blah, blah, blah. So they're in my drunken stupor. They say she was drunk when she was saying that. Well, judges, they said, well, charge the guy with a felony for throwing a Subway sandwich at him. That's a little excessive. I think so, too. If there'd been a knife or a spear or something like that, yeah. But a Subway sandwich, come on. Hey, you want to hear a song about Trump and Musk being in a tree? Kissing.
There was a man from South Africa fled. Came to America, leave the past for dead. Schemer, dreamer, sick with his ways. Taking other people's ideas, leaving them in a daze. Big fat braggart, center of the stage. With two other clowns both showing their age. Trump and Musk sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then the hate starts to burn. Two egos so big, no room left to turn. Trump the man with the master plan. Put it in motion, light it up, big man. Sizzle it down till it's scorched to the bone. Not them, but you, try to hold your own. Uh-oh, where's JD? Trump and Musk, now JD's history. Not that important, just a shadow in the scene. To the masters of ego, he's barely a dream. Trump and Musk, sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then the hate starts to burn. Two egos so big, no room left to turn. You asked for it, now it's all in your face. Get ready to watch as they both fall from grace. Asked for it, now it's all in your face. Get ready to watch as they both fall from grace.
it's all in your face. Get ready to watch as they both fall from grace. Trump and Musk sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then the hate starts to burn. Two egos so big, no room left to turn. You asked for it, now it's all in your face. Get ready to watch as they both fall from grace. Schemer, dreamer, slick with his ways. Big fat braggart, center of the stage, with two other clowns both showing their age. Trump and Musk, the hate starts to burn. Two egos so big, you've got to learn. Trump the man with the master plan, light it up, big man. Scorched to the bone, not them but you, try to hold your own. To the masters of ego, you're barely a dream. Trump and Musk, then the hate starts to burn. Two egos so big, for power they yearn. You asked for it, now it's all in your face. Weep for your folly, it's a damn disgrace. You asked for it, now it's all in your face. Weep for your folly, it's a damn disgrace. Now it's all in your face. Weep for your folly, it's a damn disgrace.
Coming up next is something I found that you might find very interesting. A little story about our man Elon Musk. So I found this on the internet. So, whoever produced it bears responsibility for it. But it sounds like it's probably all true. Hey, what happened to my microphone? Get back up here, microphone. Alright, yeah. So this is Musk protest on the side of a building. Listen up, this is interesting.
This is the story of how the world's richest person, the owner of Tesla and X, bought the global town square, then corrupted it before using his immense wealth to help elect a convicted felon. April 14, 2022. Elon Musk makes an unsolicited offer to buy Twitter for $44 billion. He claims the site has become politically skewed and says, for Twitter to deserve public trust, it must be politically neutral. October 27th, the deal goes through. The next evening, a far-right conspiracy theorist breaks into the San Francisco home of Democrat House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, intending to kidnap her. Pelosi is away, but the man attacks her husband Paul, hitting him repeatedly on the head with a hammer. Paul Pelosi escapes with his life, but requires surgery for a fractured skull. While most people take the chance to decry political violence, the new owner of Twitter, Elon Musk, posts a tweet sharing an entirely false claim that Paul Pelosi was in fact injured in a drunken fight with a male prostitute with whom he was involved. Musk includes a link to a false claim on a website that has a history of publishing conspiracy theories, including a story asserting that Hillary Clinton is dead and has been replaced by a body double. Musk's post is retweeted 24,000 times before he deletes it. November 18th, Musk's Twitter starts to unlock previously banned accounts. Misogynist far-right influencer Andrew Tate was permanently banned from Twitter in 2017 after urging women to, quote, bear some responsibility for rape. Now he's back. Tate posts, I've decided to fly to the failed state of California, walk into Twitter HQ, and tell @Elon Musk he's a legend. On my way. 2 months later, Tate will be arrested in Romania on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. December 8th. 3 members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council resign. In their resignation letter, they cite research that found slurs against Black Americans and gay men jumped 195% and 58% respectively since Musk's takeover. 3 days later, the remaining members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council are dismissed. Musk then tweets that, quote, my pronouns are prosecute Fauci, a reference to a conspiracy theory that the COVID crisis was exacerbated by America's top infectious disease doctor. December 16th, having claimed he's a free speech absolutist, Musk bans @ElonJet, a Twitter account that tracks the movements of his private jet using publicly available data. Musk also bans the accounts of a number of journalists who have written about @ElonJet. February 12, 2023. Ahead of the Super Bowl, both Musk and President Joe Biden tweet their support for the Philadelphia Eagles. Biden's tweet is seen 29 million times, Musk's just 9 million times. Incensed, Musk leaves the game early and calls an impromptu meeting of Twitter engineers at 2:36 a.m. Their job? To change the Twitter algorithm to artificially inflate the reach of Musk's tweets by a factor of 1,000. Making him the preeminent presence on the site. July 23rd, Musk announces Twitter is now called X. August 25th, Donald Trump, once banned, returns to the platform by posting a picture of his mugshot from Fulton County Jail with the words, election interference, never surrender. Musk reposts the shot. 4 days later, X reverses Twitter's long-standing ban on paid political advertising. November 15th, in a post promoting the racist conspiracy theory that Jewish people are importing immigrants to America to fix elections for Democrats, one X user writes, Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. Musk replies saying, you have said the actual truth. In response, several advertisers, including Disney, Warner Brothers, and Comcast, paused their advertising on X. Musk then tells advertisers concerned by hate speech on the platform,
go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Is that clear?
Over subsequent months, Musk will become obsessed with the false claim that Democrats are allowing immigrants into America to create more Democratic voters, in effect, stealing the coming election, sharing the claim numerous times with his followers and pushing it to tens of millions more who choose not to follow him. A year later, it will be revealed that Musk, a South African immigrant, worked illegally in the U.S. in the 1990s. November 25th, on X, Musk boosts the Pizzagate conspiracy theory, a long-debunked claim alleging high-profile Democrats ran a pedophile abuse ring from a Washington pizza restaurant. March 25th, 2024. Musk loses a lawsuit against the Center for Countering Digital Hate. He'd sued them after they flagged a rise in hate speech after Musk bought Twitter. In his ruling, a U.S. district judge calls Musk's case vapid and says this case is about punishing the defendants for their speech. May 2024, Musk creates a political action committee which he calls America PAC. Its objective is to mobilize 1 million Republican voters in swing states in an effort to hand the election to Trump. Musk commits to putting tens of millions of dollars of his own money into the get out the vote push and clears his calendar every Friday morning for 30 to 60 minutes to meet with the team he's assembled to run the effort. July 14th. Musk calls Trump on behalf of J.D. Vance, urging Trump to select Vance as his running mate. Vance says abortion is murder and insults women who haven't become mothers.
A bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made.
Musk's phone call is part of a broad effort by Silicon Valley billionaires to ensure Vance is selected. The next day, Vance is unveiled as Trump's vice presidential candidate. September 6th, Trump says that if he wins, he will appoint Musk to head up a government efficiency commission.
And Elon, because he's not very busy, has agreed to head that task force.
The idea came from Musk, whose companies are currently facing at least 20 federal investigations. If he gets the role, it would give the world's richest man the power to regulate the regulators who hold sway over his companies. Last year alone, his companies were promised $3 billion across nearly 100 different contracts with 17 federal agencies. September 9th, Musk spreads a conspiracy theory that immigrants in Ohio are eating people's pets. The following day, Trump repeats the slur during the presidential debate with Kamala Harris.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
The false claim leads to multiple bomb threats against the Springfield immigrant community. September 15th and 16th. Over a single weekend, Musk amplifies a conspiracy theory that ABC leaked sample debate questions to the Harris campaign, falsely claims that the Dems want to take your kids, further fuels racist lies about immigrants eating pets, shares with his nearly 200 million followers on X that Trump must win to, quote, preserve freedom and meritocracy in America, and insinuates that it is suspicious that no one is even trying to assassinate Biden and Kamala, adding a thinking face emoji. The U.S. Secret Service confirms that it is aware of the post. The White House issues a statement saying violence should only be condemned, never encouraged or joked about. This rhetoric is irresponsible. October 4th, Musk posts, unless Trump wins and we get rid of the mountain of smothering regulations that have nothing to do with safety, humanity will never reach Mars. This is existential. Musk is the owner of SpaceX and stands to make billions from U.S. government space contracts. October 5th, the user handle @America is taken from an X user and given by Musk to his America PAC. That evening, he joins the former president on stage in Pennsylvania, jumping about wildly.
Fight, 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 vote, vote, vote.
By now, he's moved with his senior team to a war room in a hotel in Pennsylvania to focus full-time on the Trump campaign. He speaks to Trump multiple times a week, is doing a series of pro-Trump town halls across the state, and has recruited lieutenants from his companies to join him. October 15th, legal filings from Musk's Political Action Committee show he has personally donated at least $75 million to the effort to re-elect Trump. October 18th, it's revealed that another Musk-funded group called Future Coalition PAC is targeting Muslim voters in Michigan and Jewish voters in Pennsylvania with diametrically opposed political advertisements about Kamala Harris. In areas with large Muslim populations, the group is painting Harris as a close friend of Israel and is suggesting that she's beholden to the beliefs of her Jewish husband. But in areas with large Jewish populations, the ads say Harris panders to Palestine. Simultaneously, Musk is offering $100 to any Pennsylvania voter who signs his online petition as part of an effort to build a list of likely Trump voters. He also starts giving away $1 million a day to a randomly chosen voter who signed the petition. October 19th, it's revealed that the Building America's Future PAC, another Musk-funded campaign group, is impersonating the Harris campaign by setting up a fake website containing fake policy positions, then sending out text messages driving voters to the fake site. October 24th, it's revealed that Musk gave his America PAC a further $44 million in the first 16 days of October. October 25th, the Wall Street Journal reports that Musk has been in regular contact with Russian President Vladimir Putin since 2022. October 27th, Musk speaks at the now infamous Trump rally at Madison Square Garden, a gathering characterized by racism, misogyny, and threats of violence.
USA! USA!
Musk has posted more than 3,000 times on X in the last month, including dozens of unfounded claims about the election which have been viewed hundreds of millions of times. Apart from Trump himself, Musk is now the single biggest spreader of election disinformation. November 5th, Trump wins the presidential election. Elon Musk, a far-right conspiracy theorist, has succeeded in using his immense wealth to help swing the election in favor of a convicted felon.
So what do you think about that? I don't like it very much what I think about it. So anyway, we're gonna have to call the show to an end. And I thank anybody and everybody who has stopped by. Give me a like and share and all kinds of stuff like air. And we will see you the next time for sure. Bye-bye.
They came down from the stars, shining bright, speaking words of power, bathed in holy light. They called us children, said they'd lift us high, but I saw the chains reflected in the sky. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their hands bring fright. Lucifer's fire, bringing wisdom's light. Miracles and wonders, tricks for the blind. Praise God on your knees, rewrite your mind. They whisper salvation, promise rebirth. You get a grave down under the earth. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their words bring night. Lucifer's fire, bringing knowledge light. You think you found heaven, it's a cosmic trap. Kneel to their gospel and you won't come back. One by one the faithful fade away, raptured away into their eternal grave. Their prophets cry, the kingdom's here, but I see control and I see the fear. They claim divinity, demand our trust. Their holy plan, our people turn to dust. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their plans are a fright. Lucifer's fire bringing truth, what's wrong from right. So when the sky opens and the false gods descend, will you stand and fight or kneel and bend? Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light.
choose